Hello, welcome to the next episode. I have a guest here today on my show at the Newsline. He's called Kenny Logan. I'm just going to put you through to him now. He's going to explain himself, and I asked some questions early on. He's not going to be on very long, but I hope you enjoy him. He's going to boost me up a bit. So, Kenny is a nice guy, Kenny Logan, and I hope you enjoy him.
Hello Lorcan, thanks for having me as a guest this week. Your program is first class. I would like to congratulate you on reaching your milestone on season 3. Lorcan, you plan this season to do more episodes on your podcast show. I enjoy listening to your news, and your reviewing of papers is very good. I look forward to your new show 13 Questions. Ask your guests 13 questions and the questions suit the guest. Your format sounds good. Lorcan, I think you would be perfect as the new Late Late Show host. You would do it much cheaper in terms of money. I really enjoy Bray People news every week. It is very interesting. It tells people the local news in the area. Thanks Lorcan for your podcast and hope you continue to thrive in terms of podcasting. My name is Kenny Jordan. I love Acast and have my own interests in life. Love GAA and soccer. I really despise Mr. Trump and hope he does not get picked as Republican candidate. Thanks for listening to me, and I really enjoyed being Lorcan's guest today. Thanks Lorcan, kind regards.
Thanks, Kenny. I just enjoyed that. Thanks for anyway. Uh, Inputting on my show. He seems a nice guy. I taped that earlier on, and he just put a bit of input on my show. Give me a bit of a boost anyway. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to have him. He might have give me a bit of input onto my show. Give me advice. He seems a good guy. So hope you enjoyed that section of the show anyway. I just thought now I'd go straight to the newspaper on the Saturday show, Bray People News. As I'm in the first page there, man 33, man 33 jailed for drug-fueled rampage. What that story is about is a drug-fueled rampage through a Courtown housing estate was recalled at Wexford Circuit Court, with an address in Bray, was armed with what was described as a machete during the incident at River Chapel Place. Judge McCourt heard how Garda were first alerted on the day in question by a householder in River Chapel Place. A resident saw the defendant coming in over her back wall carrying the machete. So that's the local news there. As I was saying, Kenny did emphasise on the Bray People News. And Gracetown teachers overwhelmed as anxiety rises in primary schools. I see this woman was on there, the news. She was on with Katie Hannon, I think, the last day. Rachel Harper, principal of St. Patrick's National School in Gracetown. What she says, it's time now for the focus to be on mental health and the importance of early intervention. It is a serious problem, mental health, as I'm saying. I did struggle in terms of it myself. Get you down when you're looking for work, when you're looking for this and that. People everywhere have their own problems, and I'm no different. I just think it's very hard. So that's all I'm saying that. And then Greystone couple who were left without wedding venue are saved by Lighthouse. What that says is the sore note that was sounded last week following the news that much loved live music and arts venue in Greystown, the Hotspots, was closed its doors for the young couple, whose marriage plans were dashed, having booked a venue. So that was on the news early on. It was something about it before. And then man who went on a drug-fueled rampage jailed. That's the story I think that was on. Wicklow man with machete was arrested after struggle. And Rainbow Crossing would be too confusing for visually impaired. The notion of a rainbow crossing for Bray was raised by Sinn Féin councillor Dermot Bryan at this month's meeting of Bay Municipal District, who said he has been approached by constituents to find a location for a permanent rainbow crossing in the area. He said the rainbow flags on the Keefe Seafront last week has been so well received and Tree with such positive messages around. He asked the councillors if there was an appetite for such a thing, and if so, was it even feasible? So that's the news that's making the news. And then from murals to mosaics, the artists who blazed the trail in Bray, that is, Bray artists Donna Carroll, Jay Roach, and John Carra, with the new mosaic in the shelter on Bray Seafront. It does look impressive, actually. And family overwhelmed. That was on last week's paper. As fundraiser for dad, who is critically ill, tops 55,000 in days. The family of a man who came critically ill after being bitten by the family's pet poodle has been overwhelmed by an outpouring of financial support and offerings of help. That is a nice story and happy. It's really good when you hear stories like that. That is my own whole input of doing what's on the papers. It gives people ideas what's going on in the local area. As Kenny was saying there, at this month's meeting of Bray Muscle District Sinn Féin councillor Grace McMahon has referred to the rise in the number of notices to quit since the ending of the eviction ban, while the alarming number of 63 vacant homes was raised by independent councillor Joe Bean. Wicklow County Council has received 12 notices to quit in Bray and 9 in Greystones. Councillor McMahon has referred to the Place Finder service in Wicklow, which offers support for homeless households who are finding it difficult to secure HAP. So 63 vacant council homes in Bray is scandalous. The Southern Cross resident development in Bray, it shows you a picture up there. So, and then a man who repeatedly sexually abused boy is jailed for 18 months. A father of two who was a teenager when he repeatedly sexually assaulted a young boy has been jailed for 18 months. And Bray councillors discuss public viewing on disused heritage building. Whatever the building ends up being, may be there an option to have some public toilet facilities. That's the building that's on the corner that used to be for Design Centre. There used to be a museum in it as well. It's on the near the Royal Hotel. Know where it is myself. And Greystone's car park is not fit for long-term camper van stays. Councillor Stephen Stokes at the Latouche Road car park. So, and then it says success of Colling Wind Park project. Huge blow in South Wicklow as SSE Renewables miss out on contract. Mixed results for Wicklow as wind energy action results issued. That's all about wind farm on base. Wind farms will mean turbines taller than Bray head offshore. Scale of visually disruption will not be allowed elsewhere in Europe, according to what it's saying there on paper. A new era for Wicklow Triple-A Alliance team. Chair steps down after 6 years leading charity. That's Chairs Aisling Fall and Rebecca Gallagher, who stepped down after 6 years from the Triple-A Alliance. And Bray Alpha CC back cycle for Purple House. John Donnelly with coast to coast cyclists at Purple House. So they're doing a bit there. And suspect brothers were quizzed twice of Annie McCarrick disappearance. That was on there was a documentary there last week on RTE. So it was good research there and for the missing people and brothers who are now suspects for the murder of Annie McCarrick were interviewed on two separate occasions by two different Garda teams. First interviewed by detectives after she went missing on March the 26th, 1993. The men were interviewed again as persons of interest. So that is a development in the case, and as I was saying there, and seems interesting. That's on page 11, as I was saying. So that's then, and then there's reporter Tanya Sweeney spoke to hospice residents David Jones as as she spent a day at his facility to learn about life in palliative care. So that's a difficult there. Hospices, as I was saying there, it's terrible. And then Avoca set to unveil show garden at Bloom that celebrates 3rd century. So historical Wicklow clothing manufacturer Avoca will unveil a 300th anniversary show garden at this year's Bud Beer Bloom Festival, which takes place in the Phoenix Park, Dublin. So that's the garden there in Dublin. Tribute paid to late Sean Keane at Chieftains. Jerry O'Neill paid tribute to the late fiddle player of Chieftains Cormac, who passed away aged 76. So that was a surprise as well to me. And then Courthouse to host super calendar for new arts events. So that's there. So then as I go through now the pictures, there's pictures there, confirmations. In Delgany, then Soups encouraged to sign up to Pure Mile, and Deputy Whitmore calls for an opening of Citizen Information Services Office after welcome review. So I'm just going through quick personal safety advice for elected councillors. So that's John Fitzpatrick pictured with former and Mayor May thriving as 21st 40 approaches. The Mermaid Art celebrated its 21st anniversary this year, and director Julia Gala provided an update on plans of last Monday meeting of Wicklow County Council. So, and then go wild with Oscar at the Delavan Market, and then I see Carl Spain to return to Brass Fox stage. He's doing a show there. That's then. And Kilmechanic residents' pet peeve of illegal N11 parking raised in there. And then the usual Wicklow farming and living. Volunteers plant new oak trees at Wild Acres. And then the Max sheep sale made 13th very lively trade again today for good news with lambs at foot which were up for by 5 to 10 family. So then over 4,500 attend Wicklow Darkness into Light Walk. Man convicted of sexually assaulting 12-year-old in Wicklow fails in appeal. And then there's another thing. Greystones resident 67-year-old Jane Jackson is behind a campaign called uh, 80 Max that asks people to slow down their driving. She tells reporter David Mackley about her lifelong interest in the environment and saving the planet. So I think she was on the radio there actually this morning talking about it. 80 kilometers. She's telling everyone to do this. She thinks she's going to save the environment. So McConville says this is the sports section now. The GA. I was at this match myself in Ockram actually. McConville says the feat is absolutely sickening. Rushy McConville admitted Wicklow stopped playing in the final 10 minutes of the chasing defeat to Carlow in the Tolchin Cup with 64 minutes on the clock in Ockram decides. I was at it myself. It was frustrating. I think Wicklow should have won it. The goalkeeper made a lot of mistakes. He kicked 5 or 6. He should have varied it, in my view. And then he just said, "We just have to remind these boys that they had done so many good things, and the fact that we have a few new players in, we will improve and not give up. Results like that. So I just hope that we go in tomorrow. I'd really love to see them winning. I'm gonna go to that match myself, so I think I think it'd be very good if they won. So and then there's a report of the match. Carlo rejoiced as Wicklow collapsed. It was Wicklow 113, Carlo 17 points right at the end. And now it just says a win on Saturday will wash the pain away. I just hope that Wicklow win and it has improved them. And then the Wicklow Hurlers, in the Nicky Rackard Cup. I'd like to wish them the best of luck. But they're playing Donegal this week and tomorrow, 2 o'clock. It was the last day's result was Wicklow 523, Roscommon 212, so it was a massive result, and there was a good few scorers there. And Bray under 14s raised to top level in Dublin with Bray Emmets 3-9, Coola 11 points, so that's a good win there. And then that is mostly everything there. There's a few things about Wicklow, the Wicklow Ladies Intermediate Football Championship. Wicklow 211, Carlow 111. So that was there. And then there was a lot of club matches here. Tinahely 2-7, AGB 213, and that was in that score. So that was pretty interesting stuff. So then, and that's the main. Then it shows you the league tables in the division there, and pictures. And then there was another results. College team senior football championship final. Colchester Braid 111, St. Kevin's CC 19, and it shows you the captain. Sean Hughes has lifted the cup high following St. Wicklow School's senior A football championship final. And then it says shows you the cup there. It's interesting stuff there. And then the mine is set for a battle with Dublin. I think that match was played probably already. I think they probably lost it. So that was on Wednesday, and so that was that. So now an unfortunate weekend in Arklow. So then Bray wonders Katie Taylor. This Bray's Katie Taylor set for showdown with Cameron. I was just going to preview that fight a bit. Actually, it's on tomorrow. I think I might be on half 10 or half 9. I got it myself. I'm taking interest in it. I just hope they do good in it. That Katie does well. As it says on this paper, every time I step into the ring, I feel there is a lot of pressure on me. I'm just getting on with things and looking forward to the fight. Every single person believes that they are going to win the fight, but only one person comes out as the winner. I believe it's going to be me. She believes it's going to be her. I guess we will see on Friday night, on fight night. I mean, so just wish her the best of luck, Katie. So then more about Bray. Bray won there tonight. Bray Wonders. They're playing the Kerry Club. They won 2-0. So the third, I think they're third on the table now. And Wicklow Trio honoured. Colchester own students shine. Coltegan's James Baldwin and Jack O'Toole and Conor Bourne from Ballymarnus win the Carlow All-Star jerseys, following the selection and the country's post-primary selection of top players. And that was that. So there's nothing really then. There's just a few things to finish this paper off. That's the school reports there. Cost to help Wicklow firms get export ready. And KWET double career pathway day for apprentice hairdresser success. So then Edward Entertain this week's he's cooking this week's Italian style beef meatballs because it looks nice. And then Kim Mechanic Doherty's there to show the usual news there of the area and then around the district. So I'm getting ready. I'm getting near the end now. And then the job section. And then he's giving a car the review here. The new look Peugeot 208. Peugeot revealed the new 208 with a more assertive SUV. And Peugeot as a brand takes first place in the electric B segment with the combined success of the E208 and the ET08. So all season tyres for high performance according to that. So that was good going there. I just thought I'd go through the papers there. And then there's more celebrating our biological diversity in 2023. What this says, a six-fold increase in the number of stranding of dead common dolphins have occurred in Ireland. And long shadow of COVID is affecting Ireland's dogs. Pups need to be well socialized before they are 4 months old. And then the Star Trek, that's on Wednesday, it's gone. So, and then the film that's on Sunday is School of Rock, and the remains of the day that's on Saturday. And this week in 1978, the track that was playing out, it was Rivers of Babylon, Brown Girls in the Ring, Boney M, and Night Fever #2. So that was the score. So that's the Bray People then. And then on the back, Emily Rosa Tull of Wicklow was Saoirse Loughlin of Dublin in the lead up to Leinster's Minor Championship final in Bray Emmett on Wednesday evening. So that was that. So I went to the Bray People there. So I hope you enjoyed that. I have a thing, as I was saying there, I was gonna just move through the different fixtures now. Just to give you the fixtures here. Who I think will win. That's what I was gonna do anyway. The matches now down for decision this week. As I was saying, there's a few matches, and the Ireland Senior Football Round 1. That's the match that's on. It's on a Saturday. It's Kerry and Mayo, and it's on GA Go. Referee Sean Hawson. That's a big match. If I was given any predictions for that match, I'd give it to Kerry probably. I know Mayo are fairly good, but I'd give it to Kerry. And then the next match, then in that's in Group One. In Group Two, the next match is 5:15, and it's Galway and Tyrone. I'd give that to Galway, that match, and it's on GA Go. David Goff, the referee there. And then as I go through this Group 4 match, then Clare versus Donegal, Cusack Park, Ennis. I'd probably give that to Donegal, although Donegal aren't playing well. And then Sunday's match, May the 21st, Group 3, Sligo versus Kildare. That's in Sligo, and Joe McQuillan. I'd give that to Kildare, maybe. So that's that. Then that's their matches then. And then the fixtures. I was just gonna go through the fixtures then. I went through the matches there. Then Kilkenny and Dublin. That's on. That's in Nolan Park, and I'd give that to Kilkenny. And then the Christie Ring matches. Tyrone and London. I'd give that to maybe London, I'm not sure. Derry and Mayo, I'd give that to Derry. Sligo and Meath, I'd probably give it to Meath. So, and then the matches Nicky Rackett round 5, Armagh and Louth, that's at 2 o'clock. I'd give that to Armagh. And Donegal and Wicklow, I'd probably give it to Wicklow, but so they'll have to play again anyway. And Roscommon and Fermanagh, I'd give that to Roscommon probably. And then the Laurie Maha, it's Kevin and Latham. I'd give that to, it's hard to know, I'd give that to Latham. Monaghan Longford, I'd give that to Longford. And Warwickshire and Lancashire, I'd give that to maybe Lancashire. And then the Ireland and Minor Championship semi final, Clare and Kilkenny. I'd probably give that to Kilkenny. And then Galway and Cork, that could be a tough enough one. These two matches are played in Tull. So I'd give it to Galway probably, and that's down GG4. And then the Tolchin Cup round 2, first match that's on. It's on. Most of them on tomorrow. London and Cavan. I'd probably give that to Cavan. Cavan are fairly good this year. I think they're one of the favourites actually to win it. And then Carlow and Limerick. I'd give that to. I could give it to Carlow. Carlow, as you know, bet Wicklow last day. I'd give it to Limerick maybe. Then Louth and Wicklow. I just hope that Wicklow win, but I would pick Wicklow anyway, but it's going to be close. And Wexford and Antrim. I'd give that to Antrim after the other day. So, and Leitrim and Fermanagh. I think Leitrim have to bounce back with a win, probably. I'd give it to Leitrim. It's in Sean McDermott Park. Waterford and Meath. That'll be cakewalk. I'd give that to Meath. And then Laois and Offaly. Maybe Offaly there. And then Ireland and Senior Football Championship round 1. That's on give that prediction already. And then Galway and Antrim, I give that to Galway. That's Sunday's matches. Wexford and Westmeath. I think Wexford will win that. So that's the matches. And then Clare and Cork. I give that to Cork. They're the two matches that are on Sunday. Tipperary and Limerick. I give it to Tipperary. I think Limerick could go out, but as you know, they will come back. And then Tipperary and Down in the Sargent Cup as well. I give that to Down. So I did make predictions there, and then the next matches there that are listed are and then the Joe McDonagh Cup. That's next week. I give that probably to Offaly. So I think I give mostly all the predictions there. Let me see how I'm going on the podcast. I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. I did look at various different news. Kenny did give you a thing. I'll probably be back with another podcast, but I'd just like to thank Kenny there for giving me some details. And I hope you enjoyed my show today. And I'll be back with another podcast soon. And as I was saying there, the Late Late Show was on tonight. So Tubbity there. His next show is his last show. As I was saying, it's hard to know who will get it, but I just thought I'd mention it anyway. So thanks for listening and goodbye for now.